2026 isn't about doing more. It's about being more intentional. Hey girly, welcome to That Girl Circle. I am so glad to have you joining me today. My name is Folake. This space is for women who choose to prioritize softness, growth, and peace. I am so glad to have you joining me today. Let's get straight into the video. The video is about elevating your life in 2026 without exhaustion. And I don't know about you, but I need that. When I say we're gonna level up every area of our lives in 2026, I'm talking about mentally, physically, and emotionally. So let's go ahead and get straight into the video. I have all my notes here. So starting with ways to level up mentally, right? We're gonna let go of survival thinking. Everything does not need to be urgent. 2026, we're gonna work on time management, not having to feel like we have to rush every single time, like to get ready for work or to catch up with the meeting. Take your time and get out of that survival mode instinct. Replace constant self-pressure with structured discipline, right? A lot of us, I know for me, for example, I'm someone who used to suffer from like perfectionism. And when people talk about perfectionism, right, they make it seem like it's such a good thing, but it's really not. Like it eats you inside sometimes when you don't meet your own expectations. Because if you have discipline, right, and that discipline is structured, and you know that you're working towards a goal, you don't have to put so much pressure on yourself because you know you're taking those little actionable steps towards that goal. Understand that rest is a part of productivity. Rest needs to be prioritized in 2026. You need to rest and not feel guilty for resting. Rest does not have to be a requirement of burnout. Take some time to refill your cup and come back better and stronger than ever. Emotional maturity is the real glow up. Here's some ways that we're going to level up emotionally. For starters, we're going to understand that boundaries are a form of protection. Let's say it one more time.
Boundaries are a form of protection.
You need to set boundaries in 2026, whether it's with your relationships, or if it's at work, or if it's with yourself. Say, for example, someone like myself, who is currently in grad school and also working as a registered nurse. This year, 2026, I have to develop the boundary of making time for my schoolwork and not working myself to the point where I don't have enough time to focus on my education. And that's just a little example of a boundary you can set. There's so many different types of boundaries. Another way to level up emotionally is to release the need to explain yourself. There's certain things that you have to do for yourself that other people will never understand. And that's okay. It's your life, not theirs. You don't have to explain every single decision to them. And that's really all I have to say about that. You also need to release the fear of being misunderstood, okay? People are going to talk about you whether you're doing good or bad. They're going to misunderstand you, and you just have to be okay with that. Because if you're not okay with that, you're going to constantly run yourself crazy thinking about what this person said about me, what this person thinks about me. And that is not a good way to go into 2026, worried about other people's thoughts and opinions of you. Protect your energy at all costs. Learn how to self-regulate before you react. Now let's get into physical and lifestyle habits. So if you don't know already, taking care of your body is a form of self-respect. And another thing to keep in mind is that your environment should be able to nurture and support the woman that you are becoming. That is very important. So let's talk about ways that we can level up our physical and lifestyle habits. We are going to be prioritizing rest and sleep. This year, my goal is to get at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night. I am currently working as a day shift registered nurse, and I do pick up like night shifts here and then. But even when I am not working a night shift, I still don't get enough sleep. It's a struggle, but we're gonna work on that for 2026 together. We're also going to work on moving our bodies in ways that feel good. If you're a girl's girl like me, then you probably love doing Pilates or yoga or like some type of like free flow exercise. I do also like lifting weights, so I do go to the gym. I need to work on being more consistent in the gym. So that is also another way that we are going to level up our physical in 2026. We are also going to try to work on creating like a signature look per se. Something that makes you look well put together, but without like so much effort, right? You don't want to look like you're doing the most all the time. Your skincare routine or your beauty routine or your maintenance routine for the girls that like to get their hair done every couple of weeks or get their nails done. When we talk about elevating your lifestyle habits, what you want to do is create routines that protect your peace. Say for example, first thing in the morning, you know that you need to talk to God before you do anything. And you know that if you talk to God first thing in the morning, your day is gonna be a lot more manageable, right? You make sure that you talk to God first thing in the morning before you pick up a phone call from a friend or a family member, respond to a text, or talk to whoever else is in your vicinity. Protect that routine if it's going to give you peace. Another thing that we're going to do is structure our days with intention. If you don't already have like some sort of planner or a calendar that you use, you need to get one in 2026, or just get one now actually. In 2026, to level up our lifestyle habits is decluttering our space. Within the first week of 2026, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you take some time to either tidy up or clean up your room, depending on how messy it is, of course, or hire like a cleaner or somebody to help you get rid of old unwanted things that might be just taking up a lot of space in your current environment. Stability and freedom go hand in hand. In 2026, you need to invest in the skills and not just the aesthetics. Aesthetics can only get you so far, but when you have skills that you can put to work, you are going to skyrocket your 2026. And these aren't even like skills that, you might be thinking of like learning how to code or whatever the case may be. These are little skills such as learning how to use a spreadsheet, right? When we talk about leveling up financially, I think of creating a budget and following that budget. And I know that word budget might sound a little bit scary, but I promise you, if you have a budget in 2026, you're going to see a difference in the way your financials improve. So little skills like learning how to use a spreadsheet can help you reach your goals financially. We're also going to create financial habits that support future freedom. So, say for example, instead of buying a cup of coffee at Starbucks every day for 5 days a week, you might have to reduce that to one or twice a week. Save for something more substantial for your future success. And last but not least, this I feel like is the most important way to level up your entire life in 2026. Despite all the other things that we talked about, I feel like nothing else matters besides this one. Having a relationship with God is the key to true elevation in this life. Having a relationship with God will allow you to be more spiritually in tune with yourself. When you are more in tune with yourself, you are able to trust yourself more. And when you trust yourself more, you're able to go out there, be brave, do what you said you will do, and connect with people who are aligned with you that can help you get to your goals and reach all of them within a timely manner. Important to trust your intuition aside from outside noise, which I know can be difficult to move through this life with gratitude, right? There's someone who is in a way worse position than you are. There's someone who actually wants your life, low key. I mean, let's be honest, there's people out there. So you have to really be grateful for what you have, where you are, and how far you have come. Be intentional with solitude. In this life, you have to be comfortable with yourself. You have to like yourself. Because if no one else likes you, like, yeah. In 2026, you have to love yourself enough to spend time with yourself. Solitude is good. It's not a bad thing. Be okay with it and allow yourself to sit in it from time to time. So yeah, that is basically everything I have for you guys for how we are going to level up in 2026 without over exhausting ourselves. At the end of the day, leveling up is not about being unrecognizable. It's about becoming more of yourself, a stronger, better, healthier version of yourself. 2026 is about softness, structure, and self-trust. I would love to hear how you guys are planning on leveling up in 2026. Feel free to comment one way and how you plan on doing so. Thank you. Bye.